warm-ups today, but I will tell you what they are, since you guys are pretty good about knowing what you're supposed to do now. Just please respect your body and make sure you're getting your warm-ups in for a day like today, which is an ab day. My recommendation for your warm-up would be, your normal high knees, add in butt kicks. Make sure you get your heart rate elevated by doing push-ups. You can do a plank, but since today is so ab focused, you may or may not want to do that, but a plank in addition to push-ups or either or is a great way to warm up. And just make sure you give get your chain breakers in there. So we're just gonna hop right into it. So today's all about abs, and we've actually made this workout a little bit longer today just because it's Friday and we're only sending you guys content for 5 days a week. So we assume that if you are working out on Saturday and Sunday, one of those days might be your down day where you're not giving your muscles an opportunity to rest and rebuild. So whether it's Saturday or Sunday, but it's great that you guys are all looking for good ways to stay fit and healthy and feel strong, but just make sure you give your body a chance to recover at some point during your week. So moving right into it, we're gonna start with weighted toe touches. So I have my 14-pound weight, but you can use really anything. Like there's water jugs behind me, that would be a great thing to use. And you're just gonna do 20 of these. So I'm laying down, I'm working to keep my low back anchored, and all I'm doing is reaching my weight straight up toward my toes. I don't wanna go in towards my body, you see that motion? I'm just going straight up and down, just like that. So you'll do 20 solid reps of that. You don't have to come the whole way up, just keep it a tiny little crunch. And then after you finish, move whatever the weight is that you're using out of your way. And then the next thing, I was inspired by a couple of you who sent great videos with mountain climbers. And so we're gonna do 20 solid mountain climbers. And just by drawing your knee up towards your chest. So you'll do 20 of these, just like that. And Kinsey, you did some mountain climbers, and I think Sierra, you did too, so great job, keep it up. After you do your 20 mountain climbers, then you're just gonna do straight leg crunches, and it's really simple. You're laying down flat, my feet are flat on the floor, and I can put my hands behind my head. Just remember, if you're gonna use that option, you really fight to cradle your head. So make your head heavy so your arms are actually providing support. Otherwise, here is good. And I'm just doing 20 quick curls up as high as at the top of my range, so I can feel my stomach move. You'll be able to feel your six-pack abs. So just keep your chin lifted, keep your jaw loose, do your 20. And then after you do your 20 straight leg crunches, you're gonna do some inchworms. We're not gonna do these moving, we're just gonna do them stationary. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna actually start up standing, and then you're gonna walk down. You're gonna come the whole way down into like a release position. So I don't know if you can see my hands, but I'm the whole way down. And then I'm gonna use my super strong arms to push myself back up and walk back up. And I'll do that 20 times. That's your inchworm. And conveniently, your stick work is smack right in the middle here. And you are going for 45 seconds. So I have made myself a little triangle here to work on my skills. Some of you have been doing pulls laterally or vertically, or however you're doing them. Just make sure you switch it up, And all I'm working on doing is staying low and in good form the entire time. I've had some goalkeepers send some great stuff in. So if you're a keeper, now is a really good time to maybe pick up your hands and a tennis ball and work on your hand skills by keeping your feet moving. It's a great way to incorporate your keeper skills in there. So you will do whatever it is here, whether it's your stick skill or it's your keeper skill, for 45 seconds. After you do that, it's back to abs. So the next thing you're going to do, this is like the complicated choreographical part, are in and out crunches. So I'm kind of like on an angled view for you. I have two 20-pound dumbbells here. I'm not lifting them, they're just there to help me lift and lower my feet over, and you'll kind of see here in a second. So I'm gonna kind of be in a modified like or I'm actually going to be in a reverse push-up setup, so my hands are going to be underneath my shoulders. I'm going to start with my feet forward, and all I'm going to do is lift my legs up, then curl in, release a little bit, go outside where the dumbbells are, come back up, draw my legs back in, curl, lower back down. So it's up, out, lower your feet down for a second, guide your feet back in. Once they're parallel, curl, lower down. The challenge in this is to minimize the contact the soles of your shoes hit the floor. If you have to reset, you have to reset. Don't freak out about that. The important part is you want this to be completely controlled, and you want to make sure you're getting your curl in just by drawing your legs closer, drawing your chest towards your legs when you bring your legs in and out. So that is the fun, complicated one. Because that's a really tricky one, you're only doing 10 of those because we want you to really focus on really good, controlled form so that you're using your abs to make this happen and not using momentum. Also pay attention to what your neck and your chin are doing. You want to make sure that you keep them from moving too much too. It'll help protect your spine. So after you do that, then it's just basic a spider plank. So you're going to come up on the balls of your feet, and this time you're going to keep a soft bend in your hands. You can walk your hands out a little bit wider if you want. You're just going to draw your leg up towards your elbow. I think we did this a couple times ago. Do 10 on this side, and then you'll do 10 quick little pulses on this side, and then you're done with your spider plank. And then the last thing is just dips. And so to do that, you'll just kind of come in a side plank setup, and then all you're doing is tapping your hip down and bringing it back up. Nice and easy. Use your muscles, not momentum. And then you'll do 10 on one side, 10 on the other side, and then you'll switch. So that's that. And then after you finish your dips, your last part of it is going to be your stretch, because we want to make sure we're actively stretching as we work. That'll help us in the long run with the integrity of our muscles. So the last part is your Cobra stretch, little baby Cobra. So hands underneath shoulders. All I'm going to do is pull my torso up, relax my shoulders away, and you'll feel your entire front body, your six-pack abs that you just worked really hard, you'll feel them lengthen out. You can do that a couple times. This is your rest, so give yourself about 30 seconds here to stretch out your muscles. And then after you do that, you can come into a bow pose, and all that means is I bend my legs in half. I'm going to claim what I can. I'm not super flexible, and just pull up and feel my body streamline again. I'm trying to pull as much up off of my mat or my carpet or my grass, whatever I'm on. So that's your bow pose, and then you'll release your legs, and you'll press up into a down dog stretch. I walk my feet because I'm not a yoga person, but it's a great workout if you're looking for something fun to do. Roll up standing, and then my whole thing starts all over again with the beginning of my set. So the next thing I would do after I come up out of down dog would be my weighted toe touches, right? So that's today's workout. Just remember, it's 45 seconds of your skill, whether it's sticks or hands if you're a keeper. And you'll repeat that 8 times today. So it's a little bit longer, but it's Friday and it's abs. So really take advantage of your stretch, feel your body stretch out, pay attention to your muscles, and get outside today if you can. It's a great day out, at least here in South Carolina, and I'm assuming in Charlotte since we have very similar weather. But thank you guys for all the content that you've been sending me. I'm really excited. I have a couple on videos in the works thanks to some of our participants who've been sending me some of their inspiration. So please keep it coming. I try to use as much as I can in workouts, and I will look forward to seeing what you guys come up with next week.